Imagine being 13 years old, sitting in your bedroom with an out-of-tune guitar, covering your idol's biggest hit for a handful of YouTube views, and then, 18 years later, having that same idol post a tribute to you after you headlined the biggest music festival in the world. Over the last 72 hours, the internet hasn't just been talking about Bieberchella, it's been witnessing the final, emotional healing of a 20-year industry rivalry. We aren't just looking at a simple social media shout-out. When Justin Timberlake took to Instagram on April 20th to react to Justin Bieber's Cry Me a River cover at Coachella, he didn't just share a clip, he shared a validation that has been nearly 2 decades in the making. This is the story of two Justins, who were once the subject of a bitter industry bidding war, finally closing the circle in a way that proves even the most competitive legacies can end in mutual respect. The factual reality of the Justin versus Justin moment took place during Bieber's massive Weekend 2 headlining set on April 18th. Following a Weekend 1 that some critics called experimental, Bieber returned with a production that leaned heavily into his origins. The emotional peak came when a massive 4K screen displayed his original 2008 YouTube cover of Cry Me a River. Bieber, standing in the desert wind, admitted to the crowd that his guitar was out of tune back then before launching into a live duet with his younger self. On Monday, Timberlake responded by posting a vintage video of their first meeting, where he was seen attentively chatting with a bowl-cut-era Bieber. Timberlake's caption was surprisingly raw, acknowledging that Bieber's path hasn't always been a smooth ride, and concluding with a powerful, "I'm proud of you, and you should be proud of you too." Public reaction to Timberlake's "Proud of You" post has been a wave of millennial/Gen Z nostalgia that has effectively eclipsed the drama of the Coachella guest list. Viral clips of Bieber looking up at the screen during his set have racked up millions of views, with fans labeling it the ultimate full-circle moment. The social media debate is currently centered on the Usher versus Timberlake history. For years, there was a narrative that Timberlake was bitter about losing the chance to sign Bieber to his 10-man records label back in 2008. On X and TikTok, the discourse has shifted toward praising Timberlake for showing such public vulnerability toward the man who essentially became his successor in the pop world. The sentiment is that this isn't just a PR move, it's a veteran giving a king-to-king nod to a protege he never got to mentor officially. This situation escalated because it highlights the survival arc of child stardom. For context, we've seen Bieber go through every possible public trial, from the 2014 legal troubles to his recent health battles with Ramsay Hunt syndrome. By Timberlake acknowledging the long road, he is validating the personal struggles that the tabloid headlines usually mock. This is everything about influencer and music culture in 2026. We are no longer interested in the untouchable icon who refuses to acknowledge their competition. We want the generational handoff. It affects both their reputations by humanizing them. Timberlake looks like the supportive elder statesman of pop, and Bieber looks like the resilient student who finally earned his PhD in the industry. Add original commentary and analysis. Why was Bieber's choice of a specific song so strategic? Cry Me a River isn't just a Timberlake song, it's the Timberlake song that defined his own transition from boy band member to solo force. By Bieber covering it as his own career reaches a legacy phase, he is acknowledging that he followed the blueprint Timberlake created. It's auditory respect. He didn't just sing a hit, he sang the song that built the house he currently lives in. Maintain a conversational tone, but let's be real about the smooth ride comment. It's a punchy, direct reference to the years of public meltdowns and the Bieber fever burnout that nearly ended his career. Short, punchy sentences in the fan threads describe the post as the pop pope giving his blessing. Slower, more analytical tone during the breakdown of the 2008 bidding war shows that the industry, what-ifs, are finally being laid to rest. If Timberlake had signed him, would Bieber have survived the pressure? Probably not. The fact that Timberlake can say, "I'm proud of you" in 2026 suggests he knows that Usher was the right choice for the kid back then, even if it cost him the biggest artist of the century. We have to clearly separate the confirmed details from the online theories currently circulating. It is a confirmed fact that Bieber used his original YouTube footage in his Coachella set and that Timberlake responded with a vintage clip of their meeting. It is a confirmed fact that Bieber brought out artists like Billie Eilish, SZA, and Sexy Red during his Coachella run. The online theories, however, are speculating that this Mutual Admiration Society is a precursor to a Super Bowl 61 collaboration. Fans are theorizing that Timberlake and Bieber have been working on a joint project titled The Justins for late 2026. There is also a viral theory that Timberlake's "smooth ride" comment was a subtle jab at Scooter Braun, implying that Bieber's recent management shifts were the road getting finally paved. The analytical tone of the mentor/mentee dynamic is perhaps the most interesting part of the 2026 Coachella coverage. Slower, more thoughtful threads are discussing how Bieber has stopped trying to rebel against his pop roots. In his 20s, he might have been too proud to cover a Timberlake song so earnestly. In his 30s, he is leaning into his status as a pop historian. He is teaching the Gen Alpha fans in the Coachella crowd about the lineage of the genre, and Timberlake is happy to be the professor emeritus. This leads us to a bigger industry question. Can a bidding war ever truly end without a winner and a loser? If Timberlake lost the contract but won the respect of the artist 18 years later, who actually won? In the world of 2026 celebrity branding, the winner is whoever can create the most authentic, emotional moment on social media, and this exchange definitely fits that bill. The upcoming response possibility is a studio selfie. With Bieber's Swag 2 era in full swing, the internet is holding its breath for a photo of the two Justins in a recording booth. If they actually collaborate on a track, it will be the most streamed pop event of the decade. The future impact of this will be seen in the 2027 award season. If Bieber's Coachella performance is viewed as the start of his grown-up era, we can expect Timberlake to be the one presenting him with the global icon, awards that are surely coming his way. The unresolved tension is the Usher factor. While Timberlake and Bieber are sharing love, Bieber's relationship with his actual mentor, Usher, has been described as strained, following a reported heated exchange at an Oscars afterparty earlier this year. This makes Timberlake's public support feel even more like a strategic ally move in the high-stakes game of pop alliances. Ultimately, Justin Timberlake reacting to Justin Bieber isn't just about a Crimea River cover. It's about two men who have lived under the most intense spotlight in human history, finally looking at each other and saying, "We made it." By the time the Coachella dust settles, the narrative won't be about who signed who in 2008. It will be about the fact that in a world that tries to tear down its idols, these two managed to build a bridge instead. Do you think this public proud of you moment is the beginning of a genuine friendship, or is Timberlake just being a savvy veteran who knows how to stay relevant by attaching himself to the most talked about set of the year? Let's talk about it in the comments.